Forbidden places in the world. We're used to hearing a lot of interesting things about the places that we can visit. What about those locations we aren't allowed to enter? It's hard to imagine that there are such places in our world. Yet, there are a number of them. To name a few, there are military bases that want only their staff members to access. There are historical sites that are so fragile that they can be seriously damaged by the human presence. And there are also dangerous places that none of us would ever want to visit. Yet, many of these places intrigue us like a forbidden fruit that immediately becomes so desirable. Number 1. Fort Knox, Kentucky, USA. Being home to the bigger half of the US gold reserves, the Fort Knox is frequently referred to as the most heavily guarded place in the world. It has quite a few security measures that can blow anyone's mind. The most interesting thing is that even none of the staff members can have an access to the vault. To gain access to it, they need to know several combinations. But each staff member knows only one of them, so they can only enter the vault with the help of their colleagues. Besides, since the building is made of concrete-lined granite and reinforced by steel, it can withstand any attack from the outside world. Number 2. Pluto's Gate, Turkey. Back in the ancient times, people didn't dare to come into Pluto's Gate in Hierapolis, Turkey, because they believed it to be a very dangerous place. According to the ancient historian Strabo, no one could survive there. After visiting this place, he wrote that he threw in sparrows and they immediately breathed their last and fell. How cruel it was of him to experiment like that on poor sparrows. Anyway, to everyone's surprise, Pluto Gate's reputation was confirmed by scientists in 1965. After measuring the CO2 concentration, they found out that at night, when the temperature decreases and CO2 becomes heavier than air, it forms some kind of a lake on the bottom of the gate. At dawn, the concentration reaches its peak and any living being risks their life by getting there. Number 3. Poveglia, Italy. Poveglia is a small island located between Venice and Lido. In the past, it used to be a plague quarantine station and hosted more than 160,000 infected people who were living their last days and hours there. According to some reports, 50% of the island's soil consists of human remains. And as if this tragedy wasn't enough, the island later became home to a mental hospital that had a very sinister reputation. After some time, it was closed, and now Poveglia is strictly forbidden to enter for anyone, as if someone in their right mind would want to come to this creepy place. Number 4. Ilha de Quima de Grande, Brazil. Better known as Snake Island, Ilha de Quima de Grande is home to a huge population of snakes. According to some estimates, there's one snake in each square meter of the island, and they aren't just some harmless grass snakes that only frighten you with their look but can't cause you any damage. The snakes living in this island are world's most dangerous species. Among them is the golden lance-head viper, whose venom melts flesh around the bite. Yikes! So, it's logical why the Brazilian government closed the island for visitors. Number 5. Grand Shrine of Ise, Japan. The Grand Shrine of Ise is a very important place for the Shinto religion because it was built to honor Amaterasu, a goddess of the sun and the universe. Interestingly, the shrine was constructed without a single nail. Even more interestingly, this temple is rebuilt every 20 years according to the Shinto idea of death and rebirth. Most recently, it took place in 2013. And every time they reconstruct the shrine anew, they keep on using the wood joining technique and never utilize nails. To keep the place holy, only priests and imperial family members can go there. Everyone else can gaze at the temple from the outside through wooden fences. Number 6. Svalbard Global Seed Vault, Norway. Sometimes referred to as the Doomsday Vault, the Global Seed Vault in Norway is actually a very important place for all of us. It stores 100 million seeds from all over the world to restore the plant kingdom in case something really bad happens to our planet's vegetation. Opened in 2008, the vault was built to last about 200 years and it can withstand explosions and earthquakes. Besides, since it was placed on the side of a mountain, it will still be above sea level even if all ice on the planet melts. It's interesting that the vault knows no politics. Even North Korea has given its seeds for storage there. Number 7. Mausoleum of Qin Huang, China. Although the tomb of Emperor Qin Huang was discovered upon unearthing the Terracotta Army in 1974, it hasn't been excavated yet. According to the opponents of excavation of the tomb, modern technologies can't prevent its destruction. For this reason, the access to it is still forbidden by the Chinese government that strives to preserve their cultural heritage and pays respect to the man buried there. All we know about the mausoleum now is that it consists of a complex network of caverns underground filled with the objects that, according to those who buried him, the emperor could have needed in the afterlife. Among others, it holds the reproduction of his army known as the Terracotta Army made of clay. Number 8. Lascaux Caves, France. Not all UNESCO World Heritage Sites are open to the public. For example, the Lascaux Caves in France have been banned to enter since 1963 because they were threatened by a series of fungal invasions due to a large number of visitors. This occasion revealed that any human presence is destructive to the caves. So to preserve 900 examples of prehistoric art dating back to the Paleolithic era, tourists can't come in there anymore. These days, the caves are accessible only by security guards, but even they face certain limitations to visit. They can enter the caves once a week and spend only a few minutes there. Number 9. Vatican Secret Archives, Vatican. Secret Archives of Vatican serve as a storage space for a large number of documents relating to the Catholic Church. Some of these documents date as far back as the 8th century. Among others, there is said to be a papal account books, a letter from Michelangelo to Pope Julius II, a letter from Mary Queen of Scots written before her execution, and Martin Luther's excommunication document. Most of the archive is located underground and it has 85 kilometers, 53 miles of shelves. It's forbidden to enter it for anyone except for researchers with special permits to access. But even for them, there are multiple limitations to what documents they can view. Number 10. Bhangar Fort, Rajasthan, India. From sunset to sunrise, there is a strict ban to enter this place. Being declared a haunted place by the Indian government, this 17th century fort is full of legends about ghosts and curses. Hearing some of them will certainly send shivers down your spine. You might be wondering what happens to those who dare to visit the Bhangar Fort at night. In fact, no one knows it because, according to locals, whoever tried to break the rule mysteriously disappeared after it. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. You can also suggest topic for next video. So like, share, comment. See you in next video.